I think we're live. We're live. We're live. Yay.
We did it.
We did it. Okay. And we have nobody in the house yet.
All right. I'm going to try to find the chat.
Hello, Miss Patience. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. All right. Why are the comments not starting?
Because you're not live yet.
What?
Because you're not live yet.
What do you mean? It says end stream up
We
here.
are. We are.
Okay, it says you're not
Oh,
live
there
yet.
it is. Nancy's. Okay. We're getting
There we go.
chats in. All right. It
I'm
might be
going to
just
look
lagging.
for.
Yeah, it is.
It's lagging. All righty. Good evening, boss babes. How are we doing this evening?
Hello. I'm looking for the chat. Hold on.
Good. I can't believe we're in June already.
So yours go by fast.
No. How'd we get here so quickly?
I'm a year older and it's scary
I feel that.
and it hurts. My body hurts.
Oh, no.
Okay.
That's no good. Why can't I find you guys? There it is.
All right. All right. Everybody's checking in here. We got Nancy, Alice, Joan, Jessica, Shannon, Carolyn, Lisa, Zena, and Kathy. So we got 64 people in right now. So good. We're all good.
Hello, everyone.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Show. This is not the right one. How did I get the not the right one? Oh my goodness.
Technology. So much fun.
Well, I'm trying to put the chat on my laptop because I can see it better. I'm trying to get onto YouTube.
Well,
But,
I gotta buzz Dr. Crystal and Nurse Tracy out, so I'll be back.
Oh, okay. All right. I think, no. How did I get on pop? I'm so confused. Okay.
And I'm technologically what's impaired, as they say.
Something like that, yeah.
Me too. Me too.
Yes. Technologically challenged.
That's it. Technologically challenged. And I know I drive Conky.
Oh, is it over here?
Sometimes. Particularly when it comes to cars.
Go to oh, you're trying to see it from YouTube? You
Yeah.
don't want to see it from StreamYard?
No, I can see StreamYard here. I
Yeah,
want
but
to
the
see.
chats in StreamYard also.
I know, but all the chats here. So
Thank you guys for your patience as we go through these
fine.
little technical
Yeah,
difficulties.
we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, we never know what we're doing.
Here?
And then there's your backup.
I know. I've seen that one. I just want this one. I want this one.
What are you doing?
All right. Well, I can't get YouTube to come up, so I guess I'm just going to have to rely on StreamYard chat.
Oh,
So-
there's the most important boss babe of all.
There she is.
Miss
Hi, Pepper.
Miss
Can
Pepper.
you say hi? Really? She wants you guys to jump on the trampoline with her.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Why are you looking like that?
What a cutie. Oh my goodness. There she goes.
Yes. So she was showing her teeth. I heard she was showing her teeth
Yes, she goes like this.
the other day. Does she have new ones?
No.
Do you have new teeth?
She's got all of them except for the pointy ones. So,
Yeah.
Ooh.
Baby Adventure's the same way. He doesn't have the pointy ones
I
yet.
still have mine. That's a big deal when you get to be my age. Hey, I still have all my teeth.
Really?
She's too much.
What are you doing?
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
Let's see.
Oh. Oh my goodness. When's the expected date again, Patience?
For my next one,
Yeah.
October 7th.
Oh my
We actually
goodness.
just
October
scheduled the C-section for it.
Oh my god. I just can't wait to see what her reaction is going to be to her baby brother.
I think she's going to be like, what? What is that? Hey, don't click on the
So
button.
it's 5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh gosh.
So if you want to, if he happens to want to come just slightly early, I have a date in mind.
What date is it?
I'm not going to say it on here, but I'll tell you later.
Okay. It's like, I hope he comes in September.
Hi, Patience.
Yeah, September's good.
Hi, Patience. Hey, Pepper. Little Pepper.
Yeah, I just had my ultrasound on Monday, and he weighs a pound already.
Ooh,
Which is, I mean, Pepper was 3 pounds, so he's huge.
yeah, he's going to be huge.
I
He's
know.
going to be huge.
It's gonna be wild.
He may come out as big as Pepper.
Yeah, that would be insane. Be careful. What?
That's a cute little sundress. At least you could put it on her today, because over the weekend you could not.
Yeah, this is a little romper. I had to button it in the back. See, I put a hair clip on it because it's too big.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's a good idea.
It's like she's tall, but she's super skinny.
Yeah.
Huh.
Baby
She's jumping on her
Adventures
legs.
is wearing 3 T's on top, but 2 T's on the bottom.
That's so wild. I was like, Pepper's still in 18 months. Uh-oh.
Really?
Yeah.
My daughter was always a T size ahead of what her age group was supposed to be in. So that was always fun. And then for a
Well,
while
he's-
there,
He's going to be 2. He's
Oh
going to be
my.
2 next weekend.
Aw.
That's so wild.
Next
They're like the
weekend,
same
he'll be
exact
2. Yeah.
That's a precious age.
Careful, don't
That is
bump your
such a
belly.
precious age. When they
Yeah,
start-
he'll be 2 next weekend, so I'm excited. Not this coming, but the following. So I'm excited we're having a fish themed birthday party because he likes fish now.
Aw.
That's awesome.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
When he finally realizes that he's his own person, and then he realizes, yes.
Oh, he knows. Trust me, he knows. And he reminds us all the time that he has his own opinions.
Oh boy.
He talks. I can't understand a lot of it, but he talks.
That's precious. I can't see
Oh,
Pepper.
no.
Where's Pepper?
She's using me as a trampoline.
Oh my goodness.
You see? Good job. I'm teaching her wave with both hands like me.
Jazz hands. Jazz hands.
Good job. You see Noreen and DiAnna?
Or
You playing peekaboo?
she's so sweet. We've just everybody, nobody else exists right now, just her.
I know. Oh my goodness. Oh.
Where's George? Everybody's wondering, where's George? Where's George?
Oh my goodness. Let's see your teeth, Pepper.
Go like this, Pepper. You ready? You do it.
Let me see your teeth.
Oh,
Oh
my
my goodness. Look at all them teeth.
You are so silly.
Such a big girl.
Why are you saying uh-oh? I don't know why she's saying uh-oh.
That's a thing. Apparently, that's a thing because Baby Adventures is doing that too. Uh-oh. And we're like, what? But on Miss Rachel, they have that song, uh-oh, I dropped my toy. So he's doing that all the time. Uh-oh.
Oh,
It's like,
spaghetti.
Pepper's 20 months old. Just saw that message.
What's that?
Faye asked how old Pepper was.
Oh,
Yeah, I was like, she's 20 months. She'll be 2 in September.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
she's 3
That's
months
so
younger than Baby Adventures.
Which is so wild. Just babies all around.
I know. It's cool.
I love babies. I think they're awesome.
Me too. Now that mine are all grown and I can give back the ones that come, I love them.
Yeah, you can come over when you're done playing with them. Just send them to the parents. To do it.
Build with sugar and with like a drum set or something.
Yeah, my mom always sends her home with 3 suckers. I'm like, come on. She doesn't need 3 suckers at once. She's gonna get sticky on the ride
She needs
home.
5. I agree. She needs 5.
That's too many. And she'll have all 3 of them in her mouth. I'm like, come on.
Oh my gosh.
Wait for the day when it starts, like when she gets older, and you actually have to tell your parents, no, you can't do that. It's really a very freaky experience, telling your parents no, because a grandma wants to buy, at the time, a granddaughter an iPod, and she lost the one that grandma got her for Christmas, and grandma went out and got her another one, though I said no. She needs to learn to take care of her things, but no. But she went out and got it anyway. It's a weird experience. I'm just preparing you.
Well, yeah, but you have to remember that as grandparents, well, as parents, I know how I raised my children. I raised them to teach them how to do something. You know what I mean? That I was the person that taught them life. Now I have my grandchild, my daughter and son-in-law teach her or him how to do life. I get to teach them all the fun stuff. So they deal with that stuff. Now I get to do the fun stuff.
Yeah.
So that's what I look forward to.
Yeah. You get to enjoy the fun side of kids, because when you're a parent, you're too busy being a parent. And that's why it goes by so fast. You're so busy trying to get them there. And then once they're there.
Yeah, I was like, how did they get there already? Yeah.
And you start like I'm missing something. Oh, I don't have to worry about taking care of you anymore. You can do it yourself. You know, that's interesting.
Oh,
That's a dance for us. Oh, how cute.
Oh my gosh.
she likes music.
That's good.
She does. Yeah, she plays the piano, huh? And the xylophone, like her dad.
Just like her dad. Next thing you know, she'll be riding around on a unicycle.
I know.
Yep.
She's gonna
On her way to go fly the airplane.
So the funny thing was, as much as Conky enjoys cars and things, when it came time to teach our daughter how to drive, somehow that fell in my lap. Will someone please tell me that? Conky?
It was just a function of patience. I didn't have it.
I'll never forget the one time we took, you got to take them out night driving. You got to write it down on paper. So we took her out night driving. I was in the front seat with her, and a cop pulls her over.
Oh.
One of the backlights or headlights was out. I forget which one.
Lights, I don't know.
But man, she was, of course, he gave her a warning. We were telling her, we were teaching her, blah, blah, blah. And he gave her a warning. And then we pull away. She goes, I thought I was going to tinkle my pants. I said, good. Remember that.
I remember when my son when he got his learner's permit, and we would just go test driving. We would just drive around after work. We would just drive around with the windows down, music playing, sunset. And I would tell him, he'd be like, all right, where to? And I'd say, all right, turn left. And he would turn the right signal on. I'm like, your other left. But he actually he figured out how to do the maneuverability all on his own with one hand. He's like, check this out, Mom. And then he would go like really fast and nail it. And he's like, see, like a glove. And I'm like, how did you even learn all this? He's like, video games.
Oh no. GT.
Learned from Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, GTA is what I was going to say.
Oh, I guess the games do have some purpose, huh? Grand Theft Auto.
It is a fun game, I have to say. I like Need. Also, I love Need for Speed. That's a great game too. So, if you're talking about car games, of course, Mario Kart's always fun, but you don't really learn much.
I was just gonna say Mario.
Good job.
I can't remember. Well, I play games on my phone, but we grew up with the Atari, so that tells you something. Maybe a little bit of Nintendo 64. That's about as far as it gets.
I didn't play any Sega. I know that's weird that Jeremy loves Sega. I never got into Sega, but I was always into Nintendo, PlayStation, that kind of thing. Atari. I had an Atari
Mhm.
and stuff like that, but I never cared about Sega for some reason.
Oh my God, she's just like little Christian.
Yes, up there.
If you
She
ever
does
wanna
look
know,
like a
she would have
Christian.
been looking like a girl. Here you go.
For real.
I used to tease Conky. I said, Conky, if you ever want to know what you look like as a girl, look at your daughter.
It's like at least
looks
Christian's
like-
a pretty girl.
Donna looks like the both of you.
Yeah, I say from this up, it's Conky, and then for me down, it's me. She's definitely got the my grandmother's side of the family's nose, that's for sure. And she's a lot like me temperament-wise. Would you say that, Conky?
Yes.
You didn't even finish the sentence.
Oh, thank you, Mary Dale. Thank you, Mary Dale. Thank you for your support.
Oh, Jeremy's saying what? Sega hater.
Am I fired again?
It just means you have the night off.
Oh no, I still have to work. I'm just fired.
Oh my gosh, DiAnna got fired months ago, but here she is. Still
I get
showing
fired
up.
almost every day. I've fired myself.
You're fun employed. How can you get fired?
I know exactly.
Fun employment, a lot of fun. Hey, remember like last month I was talking about this project where I was going to have to really organize my eBay stuff in bins so I know where it was. I completed the project. I was so proud of myself. All my
Congratulations.
yeah, everything's where it needs to be, and it's so exciting.
If you sell something, we
Wish
don't-
we could say that here. We have 2 rooms full of things we still have to organize.
And that
2
is-
giant rooms.
And you know, at this point, I got stuff in all sorts of rooms, but I know where it's at. And now, as part of my process, when I get done actually releasing a listing, I go and put it back somewhere, and then I went and put the bin that it's in on the custom label or a SKU number that lets you call it, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't want to ever get to that point again because it took a lot of work to do. It was a lot of physical work involved more than anything else. But I was so glad to get that organized now.
It
Yeah.
does make a difference because we did
It
the
does. Huge.
when we were doing eBay.
Mhm.
I think having the pallet racks helps too versus having totes stacked on top of each other. You at least have
Yeah.
the racks, which we're gonna look into doing that here at the schoolhouse soon next season.
Yeah. Oftentimes, and I don't know, you guys had stacked before you got the pallet racks. You guys had stacked totes as well. And oftentimes, whatever is purchased is in either the bottom or the second to the bottom tote. Every time.
And it's the worst trying to just take them all down.
Yeah. And you have to take them all down and stack them all back up.
Yeah. It was
Happens
horrible.
every time.
Yeah,
It's like nobody wants the stuff in the top totes. Why not? I don't understand. How do they know? How do they know?
yeah. I think, we're eventually in the back room there. We're going to get the pallet, racks in there and everything. But that's an organizational job, and it's a lot. And right now, he's just trying to get my car ready for the inspection next month. And I'm pretty soon, if it stays dry enough, I know the building's going to get started. They're waiting right now because it's been raining so much up here, waiting for the ground to dry so they can start putting the floor down and all that. So
Oh, we need to be able to dig for the foundation without digging for a moat.
you don't want to dig.
Yeah.
You don't want a pond or a lake.
Nope.
That's true.
You don't want a moat?
Nope.
Nope, don't want a moat.
I mean,
Maybe a retention pond?
Retention pond. There you go. Now that it's summer, now it's going to be mosquitoes. So less of that, the best, I guess. No one wants to get that stuff bitten on you.
Mosquitoes don't like me. I must taste sour.
Oh, good for you.
I wish I had that. I wish they hated me.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, they love me.
They love Christian too.
Oh my gosh. And the ones down here in Florida are worse.
I bet.
Like
I think it has to do. I read something somewhere, and I don't even remember what I read, but it had something to do with your blood type and whether you had a positive or a negative on your blood type.
Yeah.
That it had something to do with that.
I'm a positive.
Positive. Yeah, they like positive more than negative. I'm a negative.
Of course.
How do I change that?
I don't think you can.
Should I start eating more garlic? It'll keep Jeremy away if I eat more garlic.
I don't think, yeah, I was going to say, I don't think it's going to keep the mosquitoes away. They're just going to think you seasoned yourself.
Oh, yummy Italian.
Yeah, exactly. They're eating Italian today.
Alrighty, let's see. All right. Oh,
well, apparently Christian got fired multiple times this week.
You didn't tell me. That's news.
Thank you, Teresa. Thank you.
He got fired.
Well, it makes me feel better. At least I'm not the only one that gets the opportunity to be fired.
Oh my goodness.
What did Christian say?
He didn't even know he got fired.
It happened so quickly.
I don't know.
There doesn't have to be a reason. Reasons are not required.
This feels good to say it, huh, Jeremy? I know you're out there.
He's creeping.
Get out of your system. Okay. Okay, Janet Elby goes, I am an Rho negative, so I'm attacked even in the face. Ooh. Oh, that's bad when you get the mosquito in the face.
Yeah, that's not good.
No. Yeah. And your big toe.
Deborah says take a garlic pill daily, then bugs won't bite.
So they do work.
Oh, I was just
garlic does work.
Oh, Jeremy, look at this.
I would actually rather just eat garlic than take a garlic pill.
You're all bragging about getting fired, but we all know you'll fire me every day.
He gets grounded a lot. Jeremy gets put in timeout a lot.
All the time.
He
does. You know what? Go ahead.
I was going to say Christian got fired because of the whole hot tamale thing.
Yeah, I saw that in a video. Yeah.
It was a limited time thing.
That's right.
Hot tamales.
So y'all had the get out of jail free cards. Mm-hmm. So I think we need to get out of grounding free cards.
Yeah, we should.
I think we need some of those. and certain people aren't allowed to have any. Or we could do a you're fired card.
You're fired.
Yeah, we can.
All done, yes. It's popcorn.
Now,
you're fired t-shirt. Everybody think it's political.
Oh, get a t-shirt that all say you're fired.
You're fired.
Jeremy's blame Jeremy, you're fired, or something like that.
When you get fired, blame Jeremy.
There you go.
Well, that's what I said to him last week. We on Memorial Day, we went out and did flea marketing at Hartville, and him and Kaylin were there, and I saw him look at our table, and I just said, I blame you for everything. And he kind of looks at me and he goes, oh, I thought you guys would be out here. I blame you for everything.
It was crazy busy, wasn't it?
It was nuts. It was nuts. And the thing that got me was, okay, to know Hartville Flea Market is to know that it's asphalt. All the setup is on asphalt. And in the morning,
no asphalt.
Yeah, it's yo asphalt. I know. And and in the morning, it's kind of nice. You know, you're walking around, and it was like in the lower 60s. It was nice, but man, by the time noon rolled around, it was getting hot, and that sun was blaring. And I got the burn to prove it. And I'm seeing these people walking their dogs around. Their dogs are like this. And then I see people strolling their kids around. One kid was screaming like crazy, really, you know, that when they tighten up when they're crying and they're upset. in his stroller seat, and lady, put the hood up. That's why he was screaming and hollering, and that sun beating down on him.
Oh,
But
that's sad.
yeah, it gets to a point about 2:00 we started packing up, and everybody was kind of packing up by then because all the action.
Doesn't a flea market usually end around 1 or 2 o'clock anyway?
Right. It's a morning thing. I mean,
yeah.
The prime time for flea markets is usually between 8 and noon. That's when you can get the most people.
Yeah.
It's not hot yet, and everybody wants to get out there and see what's out there before people scoop it up and that kind of stuff. But around 2:00, outdoor flea market usually kind of winds up. Yes.
Yeah, our flea market started at like 7 a.m. I don't know about the one here in Chiefland. I've never been to it, but the one where I'm from started around 7 a.m. and it was done around noon or 1 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Was that your first time setting up at Hartville?
No, it's been first time in a long time. I mean, I can't remember the last time we set up before then.
Oh, okay. The first time we took Patience there, she got to ride around in the hover round. Remember that, Patience? And you were pregnant. Were you pregnant then?
Yes, she was. That was Labor Day.
Yeah, I was thick. I ended up having Pepper like 2 weeks after that. I was like really thick. Extra plump.
But I will say that the pricing of the spots has gone up. A standard spot out at Hartville is like $20 a spot. We got 2 spots. And then because it was Memorial Day, they tacked on a special fee of $5. So it was $50 for these 2 lots. And we probably didn't really need the 2 lots. But we're going down to Rogers on 4th of July because Rogers' big day is Friday and the 4th of July is on Friday this year. So we're going down. In fact, Conky's already reserved our spots and they're $50 for the 2 spots we got down there too. So they catch on.
Was it worth it though?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was because I sold 2 big items that I know I could have put on eBay and got more for them, but the shipping would have been outrageous. So I was just happy to get rid of them. Just like I got money for them. I don't have to worry about them because nobody's going to, it's just shipping's crazy. So I was happy about that. We took a bunch of, Conky got a whole bunch of stuff off of one of Rob's auctions recently. And it was all like cars and trucks and things like that, collectibles. And he took a bunch up there and sold them too. So it was a good day. It was a good day. It was worth going out there. It was nice to get out. And we're really looking forward to Rogers now. So we're going to be taking more stuff with us. And it was really nice. It was nice.
That's cool.
Yeah, Leanie Cat just said that she used to have a good flea market at a drive-in theater in Tampa. A lot of the drive-in theaters in Tampa they turn them into flea markets on the weekend mornings. I don't know if they do it up north, but they do it down here.
Used to when we had drive-ins, they did.
Yeah, when we had drive-ins.
What's really funny is when Conky and I were kids, there was actually a drive-in theater 2 miles from the house, and they used to do flea markets on the weekends, but that's all since been torn down and replaced by shopping strip.
Yeah, everything's been torn down and replaced.
That one was
they need to bring drive-ins back.
They should. They should, because who wants to go to a sticky, nasty theater?
No, I don't go to theaters. Never.
I prefer watching movies from home. Jeremy likes going to movie theaters, but I'd rather watch.
I don't like going to movie theaters at all.
I used to. I don't anymore. But
I'll wait for it to come out at home where I can watch it at home. Or, I would go to a drive-in. Those are always fun. We used to, the whole family used to go. We'd back the truck in and sit in the bed of the truck. And kids play and, it was fun.
Yeah. I think we still do have a drive-in near us up in the Kent Ravenna area. There's a drive-in up there, and I think they still do drive-ins up there off of, what is that, 42?
59.
59, okay.
Yeah. There's a drive-in theater up in the Cleveland area. I remember every Sunday after church, my parents would take us there, and there was a playground, and so they it was back then. It was different. We would go play in the playground, and then they would go shopping, and we would just play in the playground for hours. And I remember this was every Sunday, and it was a drive-in as well. So every
It's
Sunday,
always fun.
that's what my parents liked to do. Go to flea markets when we were younger after church, and we would play on. Remember when the slides were metal?
Yes. It had a hump in the middle.
Get that burn going. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Burning, going down, but it was fun.
Okay. All right, Susan. I know where that one's in Wadsworth. That's still going on the Blue Sky. That's good too. I think they did a flea market for a while. I don't know if they still do or not. It's been a while since we've been out in that way. But yeah, there's a couple around here. But we had way more when we were kids. I'll tell you that. One up from where Conky grew up and where we live now, and literally one up the street from where I grew up. So, but I don't know.
When I was remember when they went from having it on the car, like you had the speaker on the car, to having it on the radio, like you could tune it in on the radio. And I had a friend who lived next door to the theater, and we used to climb up on their roof, and we could see them. We could see the movie from their roof, and we'd sit on their roof and tune it into like a portable radio and watch movies for free on the roof.
That's wild.
That's awesome.
Now I know up in the Cleveland area there is a drive-in that's off the freeway, and
the turnpike. You can see it
off the turnpike. Yeah. And there was a few times, man, you could see stuff you should not have been seeing, but there they were out for everybody to see off the freeway. I'm like, oh my goodness, don't they think twice? But you know, what are you going to do if you got one facing that way? Well, your kids are going to see things you don't want them seeing.
Yeah, gonna happen.
I don't think it's there anymore.
You don't think it's there anymore?
I don't know if it's there anymore.
I don't know, but man, that was kind of wild.
Too funny.
But now it's like it's $20 a car, and if you bring your own snacks, they charge you a surcharge of $5 or something. But we always used to go in the snack. We support the movie theater by going and getting the snacks. They're not making money off the movie.
That's where they make their money, is the concessions, because they don't make money off the movies, because that money goes to the people that made the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So everything is made off, because I used to work in a movie theater. Mm-hmm. So that's their money. Their money comes from concession. And now a $5 bottle of water is still ridiculous to me, but you know, it has to be a happy medium somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like if you go to a movie house. I mean, I think a Coke is like $9, $10. You know, you get it. You know, you try to sneak the candy in the purse. You know, but you'll buy the drink. You know, it's kind of a challenge to. Oh, there's one in Norwalk, Ohio too. Norwalk, we got some good units from there one time.
Oh yeah, Norwalk is a honey hole for us.
Yeah. Well, I do know that Rob from Second Sense is doing his Painesville run this weekend, so we're going up there Saturday, and maybe we'll see. We don't have any place to put anything, but we'll go and see anyways. You never know. Well, maybe we could.
It's like window shopping. It's just like window shopping.
Yeah. You never know. So you go, and if worst comes to worst, oh well. We'll figure it out. I'm sure we can find a spot, like maybe under your desk there or something.
I have that shipping container with room in it, but I don't want to start filling that up.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about. Oh, there she's showing her belly. Her baby bump. Oh my gosh. She is so cute. That kid is so cute. I'm sorry. That little Pepper's so cute.
She is.
She's adorable.
Oh God. So anything new and exciting in you guys happening this month, or what you guys are doing? Anything cool? Or
we're going through storage unit finds and setting aside stuff for Christmas, like Christmas themed items, because between Team Florida and Team Ohio, starting next month, we're going to do Christmas in July. Okay. And start pumping out some of that Christmas stuff.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. I got tons of it here too. Yeah. Well, the only thing I'm doing is I'm just revving up the the eBay, and I'm starting to get back into the flow of that. So that makes Conky happy. Does that make you happy?
Yes.
I mean, he had a field day at that one auction of Rob's. I mean, oh.
$800 worth of field day.
Y'all, that's what happens when the electricity goes out and you've got nothing to do. You just sit on your phone and go through an auction and buy stuff. That's what we did. That one Saturday, we had no electricity. We didn't have electricity from like Friday at 11 o'clock at night until 10:30 Sunday morning because we had a nasty storm go through here. And it just took that long for those linemen to get all that stuff up and going again.
Wow.
So we were sitting on our phones because what else was there to do? It was dark in the house. You couldn't do nothing. So we just were watching Rob's auction and we're buying stuff. And next thing you know, so I told Rob, house having no electricity was a gain for you. So he's got me busy getting all that on there. So that'll take me probably a month to do that. Oh, Mr. DeWitty, how is the puppy? Oh, gosh. Mr. DeWitty's puppy. Oh, look. That's cute.
Oh, Lainey, that was sweet.
I think that might have, yeah. She's a cute little thing. I at least saw her. She's like a little tiny, would you say she was a little dachshund, all black little dachshund. Just a big worm. Yeah, just a big worm.
I love the little cowboy hat.
Oh, the little puppy sleeping. Yeah. Oh, gosh. Just today.
We met Mr. DeWitty at the microwave giveaway, right?
I think he was there. Yeah, I believe that.
That was an event. Sure was.
Yeah, Sussin. Okay, yeah. I didn't go to the last Sussin because I had other things I had to take care of that day. But yeah, I know we still have ours. It's working. It's great. We love it.
Your microwave?
Oh, yeah.
I think you guys were the first ones to call dibs on a microwave that day.
Yeah, because the other one was kind of falling. Was that the one my grandma Furman? Yes. Oh, my goodness. We had that one for a while. Yeah. So, yeah, we were desperately in need of a new microwave, and it works really nice. So, thank you.
It's funny. I think I remember asking Jeremy what he wanted for a microwave, and he just kind of shook his head.
He just was happy to give it to because what was he going to do with all these? So you guys came up with that clever idea, standing on the corner there in front of Rob's warehouse there. And how fast did you guys get rid of all those?
30 minutes or less.
Yes, it was within 30 minutes or less. Like literally, Jeremy, if you're in the chat, I think it was like within 23 minutes exactly. I guess it would take. Jeremy thought it would take 4 hours.
4 hours. He was off.
You mentioned free and people. I mean, free. Yeah. Next thing you know, and someone tells someone. Next thing you got a whole crowd.
Yeah, because people were coming. They're like, "Oh, can I take one for my daughter too?" Or can I take one for my mom or like their loved one? And we're like, yeah, sure. It was quick. And Jeremy had broke his foot at that time. And so he was using the peg leg that I bought him because his foot was broken and he was able to record versus using crutches where you're restricted on using your hands. And oh my gosh, record time. And I'm pretty sure there was almost 2 accidents that were caused because
like auto accidents?
Yes, because people were like, what? Free? They would turn their heads like, did I just see free? Because Patient's job and we made handmade signs and on cardboard and we wrote free microwaves in magic marker. And her job and my job was to try and attract as many people as possible from that corner. And Christian's job and Jeremy's job was to film and capture the memories.
That's so fun.
And Rob would come back and forth. He was trying to run his auction house, but he would come out and help a little bit. And it was so much fun.
Well, Jeremy said it was quick. All right.
Yeah.
Wow. But yeah, ours is working great. Popcorn in 2 minutes. Great
That's
coffee
perfect.
warmer. We have, chicken taco nights around here, and Conky likes to take his big burrito and kind of warm it up a little bit for 10 seconds. And
13 seconds.
13
Yeah.
seconds. You got it down to 13. Scott down 13.
Makes the difference.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's great. Make veggies in it and stuff. So it was wonderful.
That's good.
Yeah. I got my daughter and son-in-law a new microwave for Christmas. They'd had the same microwave for, I don't know, probably 14 years. They'd had the same microwave. And so I took my daughter to the store and I said, pick one out. And so she picked out the one she wanted and I brought it back. They all saw it. It was right before Christmas. I wrapped it up and I was like, don't open it till Christmas. You can't use it till Christmas. So it sat under the tree for like 3 days.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. You think about it. Yeah, we're like 6.5 months away from Christmas. So it's time to start thinking.
It is.
Isn't that crazy? It's just how quickly the year's just going too quick, as
So
usual.
crazy. We got to think about
Christmas.
Christmas in the creek.
Christmas, yeah. That's that time you got to start thinking about that stuff. Get that ready. Oh, my goodness.
Remember when you were asking for something specific for Christmas, and you see a box under the tree? You knew what it was. You just had to wait till Christmas.
What was that? That was so long ago. Is that long ago?
Huh?
What was it? When you were a kid?
Pretty much anything when I was a kid.
Oh, well, Conky, when he was a kid, he knew what all that stuff was. Yeah, of course you did.
But you can't touch it till Christmas Day.
Touch till Christmas. Nope. You can't touch it. Do. Now Conky and I were so lazy, we don't even bother buying each other gifts anymore.
I pull things out of storage units for you.
It's Christmas all year round when you're fun employee doing storage units. Literally, we get to call dibs on whatever we want all year.
Hey, I have to confess, when we had that one unit from the hoarder lady, gifts were out of that too, because it was all stuff she just bought. It was brand new. She just threw it in the box.
All that. I remember you guys, that was crazy how much brand new stuff. That was insanity.
She would literally just go like after season sales, get everything on cheap, and then she would take it and throw it in tons of bags, like she had planned to take down the road.
Although I must say, it was quite entertaining watching you guys for a while open bags after bags after bags.
After a while, it wasn't entertaining anymore.
No, it was just enough.
For you, yeah.
But it does, I saved a bunch of those bags and I've been using them for packing and stuff, hey, whatever,
Yeah.
Some people consider that a gift because in their areas, they're not allowed to have those plastic bags anymore. So, okay, here you go. Free, have a bag on top of the.
I know that's so weird that people have to bring, well, I mean, not that I think there's anything wrong with bringing your own bag to the grocery store. I think it's quite a good idea because then they're stronger and you get, you can get more stuff in them. And I mean, I like doing it when you go to Aldi's, you do it at Aldi's.
Yeah.
But the fact that you just can't get a bag, that's the weird part to me, that they're not even available.
No, they don't. You're not allowed to use those plastic baggies anymore. So
it's just weird.
That is weird.
Go back to paper bags, man. That's what they've done. They've gone back to paper bags, or you get your own, I guess. I don't know.
Well, we were giving away bags like Jeremy was giving away microwaves.
But
either way, if they're recycled bags, if it's recycled plastic, I don't see what the problem is. I mean, I hope the paper's recycled because then you're killing trees, right? That's what they say. So paper bag or plastic, as long as it's recycled, it shouldn't matter.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just weird.
Not make any political comments. Okay, next.
So another thing that that we've done recently with the resale business is I bought a air bubble machine.
Yes,
a bubble wrap machine.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been a game changer.
Yes,
It's been a huge game changer.
If it was on, I'd take the phone over and show you how it works. It's so much fun to make bubbles. It's so much fun to make.
You make them just to pop them?
No,
we don't pop them. We actually fill them.
It's like ASMR, just watching it get filled.
Okay, yes. Are these like the pillows, or are these actual bubble wrap?
What time is it? Here, I'm gonna go turn it on. I'm gonna go turn it on and heat it up.
Okay. So I'm still buying the small bubble wrap, which you see 2 rolls behind D, and I like to get the green kind because it doesn't stick as much. Like there's not, you don't get the static like you do with the clear. But another thing, so the air bubble machine makes like medium-sized bubbles.
Okay.
And we calculated the math. Like I was getting 4 rolls of the medium for I think it was like 70 feet for like $54. And with this new machine, I can buy the film, and the film is like almost 1,000 feet long for only like $35.
Wow.
And the machine itself was like under $200. So it's definitely a good investment, and we're going to be saving a ton of money.
Absolutely.
And so another thing that I want to look into, and actually one of our fans sent us a link, and she said it's for the business, is because we find cardboard all the time, whether it's in a storage unit or if it's the box, if the supplies came in, there's a shredder. There's like a special shredder that you can order, and it makes like packing paper. If you've seen it, it almost looks like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's all like webbed together.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find a picture of it. But that's going to be my next purchase for to help save money with packing paper and packing supplies. It looks like this. Hold on.
I gotta unplug my phone for when it starts. I'll hear it start here in a second.
Whoa. And it only takes like a couple minutes to warm up.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, that's the stuff they put around the fruit.
Yes. So that's going to be the next machine we look into getting.
Can I switch this to the other camera?
You should be able to flip. You should be able to flip it on your phone.
I'm looking. No.
Yeah, some of the parts Conky orders for the day job.
I'll just turn it around.
Comes in some of that stuff. They must use the real thick boxes because it's really thick.
Yeah. But it's great packing, great for packing.
Mm-hmm. Particularly, you got the any ceramics or anything like that doesn't take much.
Yeah,
you don't pack it right. Well, I remember when they found that ugly clown. I was watching that video and they found that ugly clown.
Oh yeah, I saw it today.
Oh, that thing is just nasty.
Don't say
there
that.
It goes.
Watch it sell for $100 only.
Isn't that cool? It's like ASMR just watching it.
Now, how does it do that?
It makes pillows.
It's magic.
It's magic.
It turns this right here.
So that's the film. There's
into
almost 1,000
this right, film, this right here.
Yeah.
So
it's so cool.
It fills the little air pockets in it. Is that how?
Yeah.
That is wild.
Wait, hold on. Let me see. See the bubbles?
That is cool. I like that style too.
Yeah, they're really pillowy ones.
Thick, yeah.
It is. It's so fun. It's so fun. And I mean, like, I just did them and they're just going to sit there. We'll eventually use them. It's not like we have to throw them away. They're not going to go rotten or anything.
Yeah, that is a cost savings because that bubble wrap stuff, it is expensive.
It does. It adds up.
That's why all our eyes went wide when you found those rolls up at the Mark's place. We we went and got all that for 4 big, huge rolls of this. $40.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a deal. Oh, wow.
Yeah. The machines that make the smaller bubbles, those are like industrial size machines. I don't think they sell them for like a small business, because I looked into it. But yeah, we're happy with the air bubble machine. Actually, the first one we got was defective.
Oh no.
The what was it? The motor died.
The motor didn't work. Yeah.
The motor didn't work. So then they sent us another one. And then I was out of town at the time, but Dee knew how to work it because we attempted to work the first one together. But what it does is you stick it into like this fine point that blows out the air. It slides in and then it seals it. It
with
goes
heat.
through the motor with heat, and then it seals it, and then it like cuts it. I don't know. It's awesome.
That is cool. That is cool. I'll have to keep that in the back of my head if it ever gets to a point.
It's
They're
great
not-
for glass.
Yeah, and they're very reasonably priced considering that you're going to have to buy bubble wrap. You're going to have to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're never going to have enough. You're never going to find enough bubble wrap in storage units to wrap the stuff that you need to wrap. Oh, that's pretty.
That is cool.
That's really pretty.
That is pretty. Nice job of I think that was crocheted.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like those colors.
Yeah.
DiAnna, a couple people in the chat were asking how Baby Adventures is doing.
He is doing great. He'll be 2 next, not this coming Monday, but the following Monday. He'll be 2.
I can't believe that.
And he's doing wonderful. He's amazing, of course.
I remember video chatting with your daughter for the first time, and she was like full blown pregnant.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think well, when they came for Christmas in the creek, he was just teeny tiny.
Mm-hmm.
He was 6 months old.
Yeah.
So
he'll be aware of it this year if you go.
oh, he was aware of it last year. He understood the presents, or at least he was aware of Christmas. I mean, this last year he understood that there was something inside the packaging. He wasn't necessarily all that interested in what was inside. Once he figured out how to rip it, that was kind of the thing. So, but I think this year he'll he didn't really get the Halloween stuff. They do trunk or treat at the church for Halloween, and he dresses up. And I mean, my daughter loves Halloween. She loves to dress up for Halloween. So they always do a theme. I can't remember what they did this year. It might have been thing 1 and thing 2, and she was Cat in the Hat, and her husband was thing 1, and Baby Adventures was thing 2. I think that maybe that was the year before, but anyway, he doesn't really care about the candy. He doesn't even like chocolate. Like, he's like me. I don't like chocolate. So I guess he got that from me. We tried to give him chocolate ice cream. We've tried to give him a candy bar. We've tried chocolate pudding. He'll drink chocolate milk, but he's not excited about getting it. But you give him strawberry milk, he loves strawberry milk. So
I know somebody like that.
Yeah.
He's got the big old tub of the Nestle Quick strawberry.
Nestle Quick strawberry.
And every now and then he'll make himself some. But he likes it just a nice hint of it. He doesn't like it overly sweet. And if you buy it pre-made, like you go to the store, you buy
that's too much. Yeah, it's not the same. I love the Strawberry Quick powder over vanilla ice cream.
Oh,
that's so.
Oh, yeah. I get you on
that.
I'm afraid I've never tried that.
We'll have to try it.
It is so good. Vanilla ice cream with Strawberry Quick powder is delicious.
You know how to go.
You can make a shake. You make a strawberry shake with them.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Yeah. And I
Wow.
love strawberry shakes, so.
I love shakes in general. You know, I actually saw this in an old episode of Newhart, and it was me. I know some people go get the beer, but me, I want the milkshake. Bad day, got to get a shake. And there's been a few days like that where I've gone through to get the shake because it's just one of them days.
I know. Now I want some ice cream.
Yeah,
Now I'm
too.
thinking after this, maybe a trip to Dairy Queen.
We should.
You should go to Dairy Queen.
We should.
You should take me to Dairy Queen.
To get one of the.
Oh,
It's
so
they
that's-
have
Oh no,
peanut-
no! You know where we should go, Dee? The place that
Where?
Jerry told us about.
Where is that? Oh, in Crystal River?
It's
Is
not
that-
too far from here. I'm not going to say where, but it's not too far from here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't.
I can't remember where he told us it was. I heard you guys talking about it, but I don't think I heard where it was.
Oh.
But I'm up for it if they have ice cream. And if they have peanut butter ice cream, I'm up for it even more.
Kristen Phillips goes, my mom used to do that with hot cocoa mixture when I was little. Use what you got. Loved it. I have a funny story about hot chocolate or cocoa mix, for the milk. Labor Day 1975, I think it was.
Oh my. That is long ago.
The day before I started 5th grade, Labor Day weekend, I was going down the hill, riding my bike, and the handlebars twisted on me.
Did you have ape hangers on your bike? Because you were holding your arms way up here.
I was riding, it was one of those banana seaters, and the handlebars, twisted on me, and I lost control, and I went sliding down. I still have the scars from it.
Oh no.
And my knees were all scarred
I
up.
think I wrecked my bike the same day.
You may have. I went home, and of course I was upset. I'm in pain, and my dad wanted to make me chocolate milk. So he goes out in the kitchen and makes me chocolate milk. But my dad didn't understand that there's a difference between
Oh no. I know what you're going to say.
and
cocoa powder?
baking. Yeah. It was the worst
That's so bad.
because he used the baking cocoa. He didn't know the difference.
Oh no.
I don't remember what I said. I just remember I was in agony and a glass of chocolate milk and no sugar at all. Oh my God. It was my poor dad. He was trying to comfort me in my hour of need there. But yeah, that's a funny story. Every now and then I think of that story and I see cocoa mix. I think of, oh yeah, there's a difference between chocolate mix and baking cocoa.
Yes, there is. And I had to learn that myself because my grandfather used to make all the grandkids hot cocoa when we would come over and visit. And he would make it with that cocoa, but he put sugar in it and he heated it on the stove with milk. And it was this whole thing,
Mm-hmm.
But we never really watched. We were maybe in the kitchen area, but we were never really watching him do it. And so one day I decided I wanted to make it myself.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just got milk and the cocoa powder and put it in a pot and cooked it till it was hot and poured it in a glass. And yeah, no, that does not taste good at
And
all.
you're like, oh yeah.
It's awful.
Where's the sugar?
It's awful. That's a punishment, which would have been because I wasn't supposed to be using the stove. So I kind of got punished.
My dad, the baby boomer that he was, he didn't know anything about any of that. He just saw cocoa and, he didn't know anything.
It was the thought that counts. Now that you're an adult, it was the thought that counts.
And every now and then around Labor Day, I think about it. Now I think was 1976. That was when I went in the 5th grade. Yeah. Yeah, it's 76. Yeah.
76.
76. Yep.
I don't know what grade I was in 76. It would have been 7, 6.
Math is hard right now.
It is. I'm trying to think. I was like 9, maybe.
I just remember 76 because we had the mock election in our classroom between Carter and Carter.
So
and
I'm thinking.
Ford.
Ford.
So I was in like 3rd or 4th grade, I think, in 76. I think. I can't remember. I would have been. I was 6 years old in 1st grade, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it would have been 4th or 5th grade. Yeah,
Okay.
4th or 5th grade. I don't know. Math is hard.
It is.
I had never gotten this job if I'd known how to do math.
Exactly. Wouldn't have met the requirements.
Yes, I would have. They would have turned me away immediately.
I just remember one of the first jobs I applied for back in the day was working at Joann Fabrics, and they hand you a test and there's fractions on it. And I'm like,
Fractions? Who uses those?
no.
I think my favorite job when I was a kid, I got a job at Toys R Us.
Oh.
And it was during the time that Cabbage Patch Dolls came out. So whatever year that was.
Oh, yeah. That
was in it.
Yep.
That was it. And I had a job at Toys R Us, and I didn't have anything to do with the Cabbage Patch Dolls. Their managers had to take you. There was like a room where all the dolls were, and they took the parent and the child into the room. They got to pick the doll and the birth certificate. It's a whole big deal. Mm-hmm. But they did put me in charge of the game wall, like the board game wall, which is like the whole wall, one side of the wall at Toys R Us. And the coolest thing about it is it had one of those ladders that rolled down the wall.
Uh-huh.
And I learned really quickly that, and Toys R Us was a very long store. Mm-hmm. I learned very quickly I could take off pushing that ladder and start running and then jump onto the bottom rung of that ladder. And we used to try to make the ladder go all the way to the end of the store. And that's what we did while the managers were in the room trying to show the little kids which doll they wanted. They weren't watching us. We were unsupervised. And that's what we did. And we would see, one of the things was we'd start running, we'd jump on the bottom ladder, and then we'd have to climb the ladder as fast as we could as it was rolling, and to see who could get how high before the ladder stopped. So,
workers' comp.
It was a really fun job.
Did you get fired for that eventually?
No, never did. In fact, one of the managers, when they found out what we were doing, one of the managers joined in.
Oh, yeah.
So it was cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's something Jeremy and I would do too. Like, oh, let us try. Can we try?
Yeah, it was so much fun.
Were you there during Christmas time when they would all come rushing in for them darn dolls? Oh, my goodness. I remember how crazy that was.
It was crazy. Well, they made appointments. And there literally was, I think it might have been like the managers, or like the lunchroom or something. They took all the dolls. There were no Cabbage Patch dolls in the store. They were all in this big room. Mm. And the people had appointments to come to adopt the doll. Mm-hmm. And they had to make appointments, and they made appointments like every 15 minutes or something like that for people to come and get their doll. So they never watched us, the employees. We were bouncing on they had the great big red bouncy ball things. We were bouncing down the aisles with the bouncy ball things, having bouncy ball races. Crazy.
My very first job was when I remember this, I was like 2 or 3. That was my very first job. And my dad had like side hustles. Like he had a main job, but he also had like weekend side hustles. And he was an ice cream man. He was the ice cream man driving that truck. In your neighborhood.
What a great job.
Yeah. And you know how the truck driver drives slow so that customers can find time to run up to the truck. So my job as a kid was to make sure other little kids didn't jump on the bumper of the truck, because that becomes a liability.
Uh-huh.
And at the end of my shift, my payment was any ice cream I wanted.
So
That was like the best job. We'll work for ice cream.
paid an ice cream.
Yes. Like, yeah, you're gonna pay me an ice cream? Yes, sign me up.
That is funny.
I used to, when I was 4, I guess it would be my first job. I was 4. My mom's restaurant. They would get spoons in and forks and knives, plastic ones like to-go ones, and they would put them in bins, but they'd all come in a great big container, all mixed together. And I got to sit back there and separate spoons and forks and knives, and then I'd get paid to do that. I'd get like a shiny quarter to go sit back there out of their way. And all the pickles I wanted to eat, which is weird because when I was a kid, I loved pickles. I don't really like them now. It's my daughter's favorite food. But when they had a 5-gallon bucket of dill pickle chips for the hamburgers and stuff at the restaurant. And when it started to get low, they gave me one of the buckets and I could eat as many as I wanted, but it was the only one I could eat out of. And they put my name on it and I could reach down there. I could open the bucket lid and reach my hand and just grab as many as I wanted and eat pickles all day long. So I got paid in pickles and quarters. So
and the customers are like, knows how our plastic forks and stuff tastes like pickles.
No, I couldn't have the pickles while I was doing that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, no. The pickles I couldn't be around the pickles and do that at the same time.
Conky just puts his pickles out the window.
And they were wrapped. I mean, the plastic, they were wrapped individually. So
okay.
On the outside, if I got anything on them. But yeah, that was my first job. And all the hamburgers I wanted to eat, all the Cuban sandwiches I wanted to eat. I couldn't beat it.
Sounds good.
Good. And speaking of sounding good, I am getting hungry for my dinner, and I see we're past our hour.
Yeah, we need ice cream.
Like that grill. And it's nice talking to you, ladies. And the next time we'll be back here, I do believe, is Wednesday, July 2nd. And we'll see how we're doing. Now we'll get ready for the 4th of July weekend. And
it'll be fun.
Thank you all 246 of you joining us this evening. We'll be back here, like I said, on Wednesday, July 2nd. You guys have a great month. Be happy. It's summer. And
we'll see you next time.
Yes. Bye. It's your birthday month. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to everybody in June. June babies are awesome.
And let's not forget about the dads. It's their month. It's their month.
Yeah.
Don't forget about
Happy
the dads.
Father's Day.
Absolutely.
Yep. All right. Bye, everyone. Have a good night.
Good night.
Peace out.
See ya.
And here.